I won't really read too much into the performance or the result, because I think only 3 of those 11 will start for England, so we didn't really learn too much about that. What did you make of the game?
Well, we lost our bet, didn't we? We thought we'd be more than that many goals. What did it go for? Over 2.5. So
yeah,
I must be honest. I thought there'd be 3. I thought they'd score 3 goals
Me
or so.
too.
But I tell you what, Austria, that last 15, 20 minutes could have easily scored. That's what would scare me. Yes, it was a weakened team from England, and we've got to take that as a huge positive. But a lot of these players, except Lingard, the subs you brought on, are going to be part of the squad. And against someone like France or Belgium and Spain, we would be punished by those.
Yeah, but
mistakes.
you wouldn't see that 11 against.
Well, you might see Mings in there. Maguire's don't look as though he's going to be fit.
Mm.
So it is about a squad, isn't it? Sometimes it's not about the starting 11.
Yeah.
But there was enough chances for them to punish us last night, and thankfully we got through the game with a win. Unfortunately, we picked up an injury, but there were some highlights as well. Grealish showed why he has to go. All those people doubting whether he was going to be picked to play for England. I mean, you've seen with that performance, 70 minutes, he was superb.
I think he showed why he's got to start.
Why he's got to go. Yeah, I would start him. And I've always said I'd start him.
Oh, right, okay.
I think there has been lots of other people. They've seen Foden perform for Manchester City, has been outstanding. How do you get him in? Mount, arguably the player of the year, with some of his performances, been outstanding. His work rate, everything about him, he's got to start. People will say Rice has got to start. Bellingham, after his performance, has got to start. They can't all start. They can't all play.
No.
Kane's got to start. Good luck. But what we did need yesterday, for me, was a big performance from Pickford. Been under some pressure, hasn't he? I would say. So, yeah, I think his performances for Everton have improved as the season's gone on.
I'll tell you what also impressed me.
And last night, he had some good saves.
He's brilliant with his feet.
First half, brilliant.
That impressed me, and that's so important in the modern game. Jordan Henderson didn't feature in last night's game, with some suggesting he might not be fit in time to take on Croatia in England's opener, and the former Villa captain Gabby Agbonlahor was on Andy Goldstein's Sports Bar last night, obviously minus Andy Goldstein. He had plenty to say. He's not happy that Henderson is even in the squad.
I think he's been selfish. I think if you look at it, the squad's been announced and he's told what Gareth Southgate this morning that he's not fit to play. You're playing against Croatia. You're playing against a good team. You need to be at it. You need a training sessions before the game. You need some games in you. How long has he played for?
3 months.
Exactly. How are we even having this convo?
You don't need Jordan Henderson necessarily to start the games. I'm now looking to the last 16, the quarterfinals, maybe a semi-final. If you're 1-0 up, Jordan Henderson in the last 25 minutes of a game to come on it and just marshal that midfield, sit in front, defend, get you through that game, get you through the knockout stages. Why would you not have him there? Why would you not keep him around?
That's Gabby Agbonlahor to begin with. Then Danny Mills right at the end. What's your view on all things Jordan Henderson with regards to where he is now with fitness? Should he be going? He's not selfish, is he?
So he's calling him selfish for making himself available, or saying he's not fit to start yesterday. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, the manager has spoke to him. He spoke to probably Jurgen Klopp, which he has done, about his where he's at with training.
Yeah.
He's come out and been honest about his fitness with his press conferences, Gareth Southgate, Maguire and Henderson, and Grealish. He said last night, but he wants Grealish to be fitter. He thinks he's got a little bit to go before he's at full fitness, and hopefully he will be by the start of the tournament. But it's same with Henderson. He feels he's that important to be around the team for what he brings, his leadership skills, the respect he has from his teammates, and what he could offer if he gets any sort of game time in a tournament. So he's picked him. I don't get what the problem is with that. I mean, it happened with me once. They took me to Australia when I'd not played for a year because they believed they had 6-7 weeks to get me fit. It didn't work out in the end, so I came back home. I thought it was the end of my career. When they went to America to have an operation. But they took me just in case I was going to be fit. Do you know what I mean? They took extra. They had the academy out there. I went and trained with the academy for 3 weeks. Started with England. Realised it wasn't going to the plan. I wanted at the levels I wanted to be. So they sent me off to the academy in Adelaide while they were in Brisbane. And then I went back to Brisbane and I just decided then it wasn't going to be right. I wasn't going to be fit. So then I made the call and I went home. And then I went to America.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
But they picked me because they realise what I brought to the team,
Right, but-
not just on the field but off it.
But would you, okay, and it's going to be a difficult question for you to answer if you're going to answer honestly, but would you, if you didn't feel 100% fit and you thought, I'm probably not going to make
It's
it.
not 100% fit.
No, but if you, I'm asking you, and you were asked by whoever, the selector, Goughie, are you going to be fit enough to play? And there was doubt in your mind. You probably wouldn't tell him there was doubt because you want to be a little bit selfish because you want to play at such a prestigious tournament, don't you? I don't have a problem with that, by the way.
No, I don't think he's going if he's not going to be fit to take part.
Who, Henderson?
Yeah.
But we've seen it before. Do you remember Beckham did his metatarsal? Should never have gone, right?
Yeah. But Henderson's been back training, hasn't he?
I know, but there's a big
Even
difference
Jurgen
between
Klopp has
training
talked
and then match.
Jurgen Klopp has talked about he's been basically this gap. The last few weeks, it's been almost like a pre-season for Henderson, and he thinks he'll be right just come the Euros. Now, I expect him. When's the next game? Friday,
Sunday.
I expect him on Sunday to do 45 minutes.
And if he doesn't,
Well, I would start to be concerned then. Same with Maguire. If he doesn't do 45 minutes on Sunday, he's not going to play the opening game, is he?
answer this question. Would you, if you were picking the England team, if you were Gareth Southgate, would you pick both of these players?
Well, yeah, because he's got 26.
hold on,
he's
hold
got
on,
a free
hold on.
run.
I haven't finished. Would you pick these players thinking they won't be fit for the group matches, but if we get to the latter stages, they'll be fit?
I'm not so sure that works
No, but
because
would
then they've
you?
had no game
Would you?
time. If I were manager, I'd pick one of them. I won't probably pick two.
Why would
But
you
he's
pick-
got 26.
Right.
So he has got freebies, really, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's the blessing. And I think if it was a 23, I don't think we'd see Henderson in it.
Okay.
I think we'd see Maguire
Is he
in
that
it.
important?
Purely.
Is he that important, Henderson, now?
Well, thinks he is. If you're the manager and if you're the manager, right, and you've got your player who you think makes everything tick, you have him there no matter what. You've seen the documentary on Manchester United way and with Cantona, and you give him a little bit of leeway.
You're not
and
comparing
everything.
Henderson to
No,
Cantona.
I'm just trying to tell you and what effect he had. But Sir Alex was such a good manager, he let him kind of do what he wants. And other players accepted, but he wasn't going to do what they were going to do because they had that much respect for him. Now, with Henderson, yes, he's not in the same league as a Cantona, but you can see the respect he has amongst all players in the Premier League, in what he stood up for with the NHS. He got all the captains together. He has a lot of respect. He has a lot of respect to Liverpool and a lot of respect from England. And Gareth Southgate believes he's got a big part to play as much as he has off the field, around the squad, for experience as he has on it.
See,
It's a free pick.
I think it could be a blessing in disguise because I think if Henderson's fit, Gareth Southgate is more inclined to play both him and Rice, which I don't want to see. I don't want to see two holders. If he's not fit, I think he's more inclined to play someone like Jude Bellingham, which I think would be...
Or Mount in that position.
Even Mount, we're not
Depends
playing...
who they're playing against, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's concentrate on the Jordan Henderson thing for a moment. I really want to get football fans' view on how important you think Jordan Henderson is to the England first 11 and to the squad.
Well, this conversation, I think, would be slightly different to what it was 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago, you would have had every England fan coming here and absolutely bag Henderson. Everybody thought he was never going to be good enough, didn't
Right.
they? But look how he's...
See, I'm still not convinced. I'm
his
not.
performances for Liverpool and the way he's led Liverpool the last few
I'm
years.
still not convinced.
You've got with...
He don't score enough
Come
goals.
on.
He don't score enough goals.
Well, you don't need to if he's sitting in midfield deep.
He doesn't. Yeah, but he goes up. It's Declan Rice that sits. He goes up. I know they take it in turns, but not often. It's Henderson that moves forward. I think England will be better off with Rice in and Henderson out.
Okay.
Is my view. Would you
Well,
would you pick both if they're both?
But I agree with you. I don't think Henderson's going to play.
No, but if
because
they
of
were-
the
if they
fitness
were
problems
fit.
there. Well, he's not fit.
No, but if
So
they
that-
were, what I'm asking you
If
is, do you
Henderson
think
had
England are
played
better
all
with
season
him? Do you think,
and Liverpool would have been playing good football
Yeah.
like he'd done the previous 2 seasons, Henderson starts. But he's not. It's not even a conversation now, is it?
No, but-
if Henderson plays, it's for what Danny Mills said there. He comes on in the last 15 minutes for fresher legs, and he's good for that. He's good for 15, 20
Okay,
minutes.
But my question to you is, do you think England are better with a fully fit Henderson next to Declan Rice? I don't. I'd rather have Declan Rice
Depends who
and
they're
one
playing
other.
against. So if they're playing against
see,
a team
I
who are going to have a
don't-
lot of the ball and they
Yeah.
need to have
I
to
don't-
have people there, I think Henderson Rice is our best bet. If we're playing against someone where we're going to have the ball and we need to attack and try and break down the opposition, you only play one of Henderson and Rice.
Let's put it out there. Jordan Henderson, discuss 08717223334. Even a fit Jordan Henderson, do you still want him in the starting 11? I think England are better with Declan Rice and maybe a Jude Bellingham or guaranteed Mason Mount, etc. 08717223334. This is Drive on talkSPORT in association with Paddy Power.